Who wants to keep running? The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo to tol!
On the reserve time, they're gonna take their time, and it's gonna be Fairblade. Not too surprising, but carry very common in the current patch. And wow,
oh,
that was
okay.
instant.
That is going to be a carry Lycan and mid-come safe lane version of Queen of Pain. Like, how do you deal with this hero that can constantly harass you and has these easy sustain mechanics? Is Sammy Boy's actually in trouble again? He's just dead.
Love that one kill.
How does the rounding go, by the way?
Time,
if he goes over 5 deaths, does that become 21 million? Because he's about to get his third.
I don't know, but he's racking them up again, though. I guess we'll have to find out, but my good, he TPs in and dies again.
It's just one of those, you know, new to 5 positions things you got to recognize. You just can't be in the jungle, ever. You get found by these combination of heroes, this Tusk tear you apart.
And Eve, my God, he's going to get vacuumed back into the triple, finishing that, and I would assume with that they're going to try to maybe 5-man this with the Helm of the Overlord. As S going to get snowballed in, not able to use the illusion rune to dodge anything. He's going to stuck inside the shards and TPing out to safety. He will be successful in a huge ravage from Divine Llama, turning it around again in favor of Wildcard Gaming. It will only be a support going their way, but that was looking really bad for a moment there.
To use Ravage, they don't have that mid lane defense anymore, right? They may have this really strong team fight on Wildcard, but it's a team fight that comes at a hefty cooldown, so they're going to try anyway, though.
Yeah, the cookie is there, and he's going to be locked in place. Has the boat coming out for that damage mitigation, but it's not going to be enough to live. So nice turnaround again from Wildcard as they're going to chase Gunnar. No ult for 18 seconds. TP, nope. Gunnar gets Fiend's Grip. So double kill for Esk.
It's on Darkseer, but to be honest, I feel like their timing is mostly just exploiting lack of meta or Ravage or something like that.
Oh, we see the Nightmare on Z-Freak. Costa Bile is in the vicinity. The Snowball is going to be dodging pretty much everything here. Sammy Boy, as usual, first to die in this engagement. So it turns into a 5v4. Alex actually pops his ult, but really didn't hit much as Moo pops the mech. He's going to surge his way to safety. The Ravage is not going to connect on Moo, so he will live, but it does connect on 2 others. Gunnar just going to run away in wolf form, and looks like that was a wasted Ravage in the end, and now the chase is on for 4 Zoomers. Do they have the vision on the high ground? Husky gets it, but time lapses back, so it looks like they want to retreat.
Yeah, side to side of the map, you're not going to be able to approach that much pressure.
Oh, we're going to see the Fiend's Grip on Gunnar, and they have no way to cancel it. Husky does get the kill on Sammy Boy, because of course he does, but it's going to cost them a mid-Lycan vision. Ice Shards are there as well. You can see Wildcard very hesitant to finish this, but there is the meta, and they're committing with the Exorcism.
Z-Freak's going to go for the
and
steal.
The Snowball coming in, but looks like Eve ends up taking the Aegis and the Roshan, so Z-Freak inside the pit. That's going to be the Aegis combo. But again, his Metamorphosis is done, so he can't pop that now. The sleep on a Costa Bile, and Lycan is up and TPing in. S gets off the Exorcism, still going. Finally comes back to him as Moo just barely gets out. He's ticking away ever so slowly. And Costa Bile running as well, so nobody has died for 4 Zoomers. And Sammy Boy, again, the lone death in this engagement. As we'll see if it continues here.
To be able to run with something like Ravage, when you just want heroes to be controlled for meta and such.
Yep, Sammy Boy's dead, number 10. He is 1 in 10. Did find a kill, apparently. Didn't even realize that. As we're going to have a team fight here. The wall is already placed, but a huge Ravage on the entirety of 4 Zoomers with the Mortimer's Kissers to follow. Moo not able to surge out to safety, so 2 dead for 4 Zoomers as Eve gets up a huge fear. And with Gunnar in Lycan form, he runs a pretty fucking far away from everybody. It's supposed to be that pops the BKB, but instant Fiend's Grip from Sammy Boy, who I assume either bought back or just has such a low death timer at this stage. And this is going to be yet another kill going the way of Wildcard Gaming. They do lose the Death Prophet, though. And Gunnar still posturing here, getting chased down. They basically lost everybody for 4 Zoomers, and he does have a TP, but he has to be careful. They have a lot of ways to cancel this. And Gunnar is the... Well, looks like they find Alex on the backside as well. The Wolves taking him out as Gunnar's doing some nice micro in the meantime.
Lycan Wolves and the Helmet Dom creep that comes in. So it's going to be something we have to keep an eye on for sure.
Well, let's keep an eye on Divine Llama for now. He's going to get X-marked into the boat. The Kraken Shell activates. He gets off the Ravage, but the Snowball basically counters all of it. He's stuck inside the shards now. He gets cookied up to the high ground, and here comes Eve with that meta. Of course, that is just the Terror Wave usage, so it's going to turn back into the melee form very shortly. Looks like Weaver's going to be able to shoot Kuchi away, so Husky somehow lives. Eve's stuck inside this wall. Gunnar continuing to chase as you see the Exorcism pop, but Eve is left all alone, gets off the Sunder, but basically doesn't get any HP after the fact. And now Gunnar continuing to chase, the X-Marks brings him back. A huge kill for 4 Zoomers, and the waste of the Ravage, and Exorcism as well. So 4 Zoomers gonna be able to take out Sammy Boy. Again, 13 deaths for him. Indeed. 5-man smoke now onto the high ground. Alex gets blinked on by Z-Freak and punched into the air. Torrent to follow. He is dead. Eve has to use the Metamorphosis. This would be a potential game-ending kill. And you see the normal punch used, but there's a huge Ravage from Divine Llama. Can Eve get off the Sunder in time? He does. It's on Sammy Boy. Of course it is, because he's just going to die anyway. Pops the meta. Continuing to right-click inside the wall here. We see the snowball come in, but this is going to be the death of the big Terror Blade. Does have buyback, but with no meta, what does it matter? Esk, still the Exorcism popped. And you can see Gunnar just running away casually. And he does buy back on the Terror Blade.
Very cool. Very nice.
And they're going to get the tier 3 tower. But now, potential fight here. Eve, he pops the Terror Wave, but the snowball is going to mitigate not only that, but also he actually goes into the Ravage, but it is just Z-Freak. By himself. They use 2 ults to take him out. Moo with a nice vac wand. So many heroes, but the BKB is popped from Eve at the last moment. And Costa Bile with a ridiculous amount of damage thanks to this Tidebringer. And when you see a big bad metamorphosed Eve on the Terrorblade run away, that is not a good sign. It's a 4v3, still with Aegis intact. And 4 Zoomers just picking Wildcard Gaming apart here. And into the top lane they go. Eve, he does have Terror Wave, so that's 10 seconds of meta he does have at his disposal. But the buildings are going down really fast. Finally pops the Terror Wave. You can see 4 Zoomers. They're not scared. Moo jumps in with the normal punch. Eve gets punched into the L. And GG is called for Zoomers.
His more played off laners, because he did have a period of playing support. Pango is out there, but it's again Tree. There's Viper and Venomancer. Well, looks like they're going to go the Venomancer route. What are your thoughts? Viper, okay, between the two, when do you choose Venomancer and when do you choose Viper here?
And you can see the rest of his team just leaving him to die. First blood, they want to give it to somebody juicy, and it'll be Gunnar. That's pretty juicy. What I love about him so much is that there are so many different builds you can go, which we'll have to get to at some point. But Divine Llama, bottom lane, is going to die again. Second death already.
T1 would run it with Carl or Cuckoo. Cuckoo would not go Boots of Travel, but Carl would. Because as a mid laner, you get that extra bit of farm. Oh, nice shards to protect Divine Llama.
Yeah, he's still taking such heavy damage. Tag team is going to keep the rest at bay, but Alex doing a good job of protecting Devi. And, I mean, he already has Urn, so that's a good start, but they're going to continue to chase. I mean, there's a lot of beefy boys here for 4 Zoomers. There's the Wraithfire Blast onto Alex. Looks like they're going to set their targets on him instead, but the Gale slowing them to a crawl, and Alex is just going to give him the run around the Rosie. It's a nice shard again, and there's the tag team to follow it up. And this is a 2v3, mind you. So if 4 Zoomers aren't able to get a kill here, this is definitely in favor of Wildcard Gaming. And TP coming in from Sammy Boy. Z-Freak looks to be going down one way or the other, and he does to the brain step. Sammy Boy on a killing spree, 2-0. Costa Bile getting snowballed in on, though. Still has the Wraithfire Blast to work with. Nice blocking from Alex, but now Husky has come. TP to the bottom tier 1, but it looks like Alex is going to drop. So Wildcard Gaming. Costa Bile, he's very low. Brain step again. Sammy Boy. Man, it's not often you see it as the first main item after Boots of Travel. Of course, we don't see a ton of Necromid in general. Husky getting gone on in the jungle. Alex doing such a good job with these shards, but Moo has come. There's the poison over from Divine Llama, and Alex is going to be the one to fall instead.
Humor seems to be doing a similar thing here. And with Gunnar picking up the Boots of Travel this game and Costa Bile last game, they have the ability to always be fighting like this.
Yeah, Sammy Boy taking a bunch of damage. He's going to use the Fiend's Grip on Costa Bile. Does not have his ult. Oh, he just leveled it now, so he's holding the point. So that will be the first reincarn usage, but it's going to cost Sammy Boy his life. Esk trying to get out here, getting charged, though. And he's going to be brought down by the Reaper Scythe, so Gunnar.
He's just totally free farming jungle, and he's being able to farm up ancient camps. They're going to try and kill him here, but reincarnation isn't up yet, actually.
Yeah, he's actually going to drop here if he's not careful. Looks like another right click will do it. And the Nightmare onto Husky. Looks like Ice Path and the Nature's Grasp, but they're going to block Z-Freak in, knowing that Necro can't get here very quickly, but Overgrowth is there. Big macro pioneer, several heroes with a nice charge from Moo, but he gets Nightmared pretty much immediately. Snowball mitigating some damage here. Looks like Z-Freak's going to take a tumble, but it might cost them several heroes and another Reaper Scythe kill for Gunnar. He is now 5-0, continuing to heal his teammates through this Poison Nova. And it looks like the rest will survive as a result, although a D ward off there, and Kostabila is going to get the Nightmare taken off in turn. They still have vision because of the charge, and Sammy Boy is going to be brought down eventually. Divine Llama is on the high ground. He's going to get the nice Gale off, so it looks like Sammy Boy is going to live for now, but Moo still continuing on there. You have the Fiend's Grip. I don't think he had Bulldoze on either. Actually, he does, but it's still such a long duration, so Moo's going to pay the ultimate price. But looks like Gunnar is going to find Sammy Boy in the end. The revenge is there. Big Macropyre Ice Path combo. Nice snowball onto the creeps, though. Gunnar in the vicinity still has Reaper Scythe and the Lotus Orb to work with. Can pick and choose who the hell he wants to kill. He's going to go for the Tusk. Double kill for him. A huge regen, but he's still getting bursted down. 45 seconds of no Necro. That is a huge kill for Wildcard. Husky trying to deny himself, but it's not going to happen here. Supposed to be like clipped by the Gale, but a lot of posturing. Kind of conservative play here from both sides. A nice block on the Kostabile, though. He's living armor applied and finally going to go. Eve actually turns into the Spirit Breaker, like you said, but the first death of the fight is Tusk. Deleted from the map. Nice Poison Nova onto several heroes. Kostabile continue to right-click onto Divine Llama. Looks like he'll find him with that last attack there. Still has Reincarnation to work with. On the other side of the fight, though, Moo looks like he's getting bursted out, but a nice Ice Path Macropyre combination. Nightmare to try to save Eve, but he's getting burned down into oblivion. Finally uses the Adaptive Strike to find himself with a kill. Trying to morph up, but the Reaper Scythe is enough to bring him from 50 to 0. Esk left all alone, essentially. And this is going to be a big team fight for 4 Zoomers now, and potentially Roche to follow, although...
Wildcard right now.
Yeah, they smoke up and are charging for Sammy Boy. Gets the bash, another strike to follow. Adaptive Strike's not going to do much, but Z-Freak jumps in with the Overgrowth. Attribute Shift is already there, though. Macropyre with the Ice Path, and oh my god, the Reaper Scythe again. Beautiful coordination from 4 Zoomers. Divine Llama looks to be getting out, but they have lost their most important hero by far in Eve.
On Morphling, it's a little bit more feasible, but right now I feel like he's going to live through the first round of spells used.
Right, well, I don't know if you can say the same for Divine Llama, because he's dead.
Yeah.
It does have buyback if they want to try to contest this high ground defense. X back, but they don't really hit on any combos. There's the Death Seeker. Can they kill Eve in time? He gets off the Attribute Shift. A nice Nightmare to mitigate some damage there, but the Reaper Scythe is coming! It is not quite enough, but he waveforms and then dies shortly after anyway. Still has buyback, though. It's supposed to be that blinks in and takes out Tusk in turn. And this is looking potentially like a 2-0 victory for 4 Zoomers if this continues on this trajectory. High ground here. Yep, there it goes. They see him now. There's the charge to follow. They're going to abandon Roche and try to take this fight instead. Reaper Scythe sends Sammy to the grave. Buys back into the game, though. Wraithfire Blast onto Divine Llama. And he's going to get bursted down, but does get off the Poison Nova. Kostabile is going to go down the first time here, but Armlet toggling pretty well. Still inside this Macropyre from his team. Moo gets off another strike. That's going to finish off the Venomancer. Esk is going to pop the BKB with the boat coming in as well. Gunnar in that Ghost Shroud. He's going to be safe for now, but he is at half HP. Has to be careful. Esk going to get charged on the outskirts of this grasp. Nice Nightmare. Now, if that wasn't Sam, if somebody else was playing Bane, he does not Reaper Scythe there, right?
Yeah, well, maybe Gunnar has some grudges with other people.
That's true. There's actually quite a few people he's played with and have not had great experiences. As Divine Llama, 70 seconds, no buyback.
Yeah, like if Eternal Envy was playing that Bane 100, and he is a nuisance in these fights. He's going to get it right on top of everybody and just start delivering massive amounts of damage.
Yeah, there we go. And the slow is absolutely insane when combo with Ghost Shroud. Sammy Boy dead for 70 seconds. No tips, though. I'm actually surprised at the lack of tips in this game. Concerning, actually. Maybe they disabled it for this game knowing that it would be spammed to a high degree. As the second rack is being worked on, but Moo trying to finish off this game in style. Gets off the Nether Strike. A nice Overgrowth, but there's the Macropyre Ice Path on several heroes. BKB by S, keeping him alive, along with Eve continuing to chase Moo. That's just the position 3 right now. As Kostabile is working on the rest of your team. He dies, but again, Reincarnation still available for him. And Gunnar, basically unkillable. He is 12-1-8. Reaper Scythe available, and down goes Esk. And that should do it, with only one remaining member being Eve. And he's going to get charged and stun locked and brought down. GG is called.